you missed a few shots in a row. Everybody does. It can be frustrating, especially if you're not really sure how to fix that. I'm going to talk about the first thing you should do to try and fix it. I watch people play. I watch people miss shots, and commonly they'll do this. They'll look at their paddle. In reality, the paddle is the last thing that can go wrong. Everything starts from the floor. Gravity has you pulled down to that court. Everything in every shot starts from your feet, up to your knees, up to your hips, up to your shoulders, out your arm, and all the way to the paddle. The paddle is the last thing in that chain. So the likelihood that the paddle was a problem, probably not very good. Something happened long before the kinetic chain got to this paddle to make that shot go wrong. How do we fix this? What's the first thing we should do? First thing we should do is move more, be more willing to move. Let's take a cue from pro tennis. If you watch pro tennis and you see one of the competitors miss a couple shots in a row, you will see them start to move more before the point. They're trying to wake their body up and get going. This is true whether they're serving or receiving. I'm going to demonstrate on the return of serve side because it's more obvious. The server does the same thing. So they will get into their normal return of serve stance and they go, I missed the last couple of shots. I'm pretty sure it was because I wasn't moving well. I need to move more. I need to wake my body up. They'll get down into their normal return of serve position and you'll see them start to move more. They're more exaggerated. They're lower than what they would normally be and they're rocking back and forth, and it can be very active, very intensive. As their opponent starts their serving motion, they will calm all of that down. They don't want to have that much movement while their opponent is serving. So before their opponent starts to serve, they're really low, lower than they would normally be. They're rocking back and forth and they're moving, they're trying to get their feet going. As the opponent starts their service motion, they calm all of this down, much smaller movements. They're not as low and they're in their more normal return of serve position. All right, so I'm going to try this. I'm going to be more exaggerated in my movements. Just as I see my opponent start their service motion, then I'm going to get calmer and move less, get ready and really focus on that ball. So I'm going to move more than I normally would to wake my body up, get calm just before they serve, and then hopefully that will get me moving more in the game. Now, if I want to move more like this, jog in place, I see them start their service motion and I get down in my ready position, that's an okay alternative. I would just do this. My body is saying, I need to wake up. I need to get that heart rate up a little bit and flowing. So if you want to do this, that's cool. If you want to do even more than that, sway side to side, get calm just before, and then rise up and hit that ball. So again, if you're missing shots, you're looking at the paddle. The paddle is the last thing in that kinetic chain to make that shot go well or poorly. Everything starts with the feet. So what I tell people and what I try and do myself is I miss shots. The first thing I look at is where are my feet? What are my knees doing? What are my hips doing? Am I vertical enough? Am I low enough? All those good things. Everything starts from the floor. If your feet are wrong, let's say it's some percentage off, your shot is probably going to be at least that percentage off. Hope you found that helpful. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. I would appreciate it. Thank you.